Hi crafters, it's Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards, and today I am really excited to be showing you how to create this gorgeous spring themed project using our brand new 8x8 blooming border die. We've got the gorgeous Floral Lace Diamond in the centre, we've got the thank you die on here, and we're also going to be using some of our beautiful cut and emboss folders. All of the materials that I'm using are listed in the description below, so please do have a little look, and I've popped all of the links to the website where you can click to shop the products. As always, everything that I'm using is available from www.chloescreativecards.co.uk. You will find lots of crafty goodness and inspiration on there too. So we're going to dive on in and get started. I've got an 8x8 card blank to start with, and I've got a piece of one of the gorgeous Floral Dreams papers, and I've just trimmed that down to 7 3/4 inches square. Now this really is a gorgeous paper pad. This is one of our new ones and it's stunning. You've got really pretty colours in here for spring that are going to be absolutely perfect. They are just gorgeous. So you can see you've got lots of different designs in there. So that's our Floral Dreams paper pad. I'm going to take my Collal all-purpose glue and I'm going to just glue the back of this beautiful paper. And there we go. And then we're going to pop that down onto our base card like so. There we go. Okay, we're then going to die cut a gorgeous frame using the 8x8 dies. So I just got so many bits and pieces over here to show you all. Let me grab the 8x8 dies in. So you can see within this die set, if I lift the other dies out, you've got lots of different sizes and shapes of dies in here. They are absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous for creating your mats and layers. Really, really pretty. And they've got like that lovely lacy edge to them. So I've taken the largest one and I'm going to tape this down into place onto my card. So to do that, I'm going to use my Scotch low tack tape. I'm going to find the end. That's always the challenging part, isn't it? I'm going to tape the die down. So I'm going to tape across here. So what I tend to find helps hold the die in place is if you tape across the corners diagonally like this. Because what can sometimes happen with some of these larger dies is when you pop them through your machine, you can get a little bit of movement, and that's when you can get a double cut. So I tend to tape mine like this, and then I take my base plate, my plastic shim, and my die cut, and we pop that in the middle. Pop my cutting plate on the top. My cutting plate is so warped. I don't know if I've got a different one. I'm genuinely concerned. That plate's not much better. All mine are the same. Genuinely a bit concerned that that's getting to the point of cracking. Right, so we're going to send that through the machine. Once that's run through, we're going to grab it at the other side. So, then we're going to rotate that round 90 degrees and run that back through the machine. And then we're going to grab that at the other side. Okay, we're going to lift that away. And we're going to release the die, the card from the die, sorry. So we'll take our tape off. I'm going to hold on to that because of course we can keep reusing that on other projects. But you can see how by popping the tape diagonally it stopped your card from twisting. Okay, so I've got one. This is the one that I've just die cut, but I've got one where I've pushed out all of the little bits already. Okay, so what I'm then going to do is take a piece of scrap paper and my gorgeous Crystallina glitter. Okay, so I grab the scrap paper. There we go, and I'm going to use a chisel tip glue pen, which is this one here. So we do have these on the website. I'm literally just going to drag along the edge. Like so. And then we're going to take that Crystallina glitter and we're going to sprinkle it over the top. Like so. And then you can see how we can just work our way along, glittering up this beautiful border. And there we go. And then we're going to cover this in glitter as well. Like so. So then you've got a gorgeous glittery border going around the edge of the card. What I've then done is taken the next die in. So that's this one with this pretty little scalloped edge. Not scalloped edge, sorry, pierced edge. And I've die cut that out of some aquamarine mirror card, and we're going to stick that down flat in the middle. So again, a little bit of that trusty Collal all-purpose glue just on the back like so. And then we're going to stick that down onto the base card. Okay, we're going to flip that over and I'm going to put some foam pads on the back. So of course, as always, using our fabulous foam pads on a roll. These are fab. They are perfect for mats and layers. So easy to use. The ones that I'm using are 3mm in depth. Okay. Just whip the backs off of these. There we go. And then we're going to pop this down onto our base card. So I'm going to just hover and then press that down like so. Okay. And then I've taken another one of the papers, which is the beautiful butterfly one, and I'm going to pop that in the middle. So again, that's from the Floral Dreams Paper Pad. So again, just foam pads on the back. So, and then we're going to pop that down in the middle, like so. Okay, so you can see how our base card's starting to build up. So I'm going to show you how to create the little diamond to go in the middle now. So we're going to be using the Floral Lace Diamond Die, which is beautiful. So it comes in 3 parts. You've got your larger outer diamond, your small inner diamond, and your fancy one. And what we're going to do is take a piece of that aquamarine mirror card. We're going to pop the little diamond dies onto here. There we go. Then we're going to do the same with this filigree one. And why am I tearing off more tape? I'm just use the tape I've already got. Right, so then we're going to take our die cutting machine again. So I'm going to take just my base plate, my plastic shim, and then my cutting plate on the top, and we'll run those through. So these are the plain ones that I'm cutting out first. Lift that out. There we go. And then we're going to do the same with the filigree one. So just run that through. Like so. With this being a bit of a more detailed die, we might need to rotate and run it through again. But we'll soon see when that comes out the other side. Actually, I think that may have... Oh, yeah, that's cut through perfect. So, let's push that through. There we go. Just a couple of little bits to push out there. So let me grab my little pokey tool in. I'll just push those little bits through. So I do tend to kind of work on the base of my card first and then add my embellishments. Okay. So we work around like so. Okay, and then we're going to grab in our little piece of scrap paper again to do a little bit more gluing. So we're going to take that chisel tip glue pen again and just drag it along the edge, like so. And I've got my Crystallina glitter here that I'm just dunking that into. I'm going to do exactly the same this way. There we go. Do the lid up there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is start and layer this up. So we're going to pop a couple of foam pads onto the back of here, like so, and whip the backs off. And stick this down onto the diamond. And then a little bit of glue into the back of this one. And again, stick that down onto the diamond. Like so. Then we'll flip that over and we're going to add a couple of foam pads just onto the back. Just chop foam pad in half as well. Okay, so just whip the backs off like so, and then we're going to stick that in the middle of the card. So it's going to go about there. Okay, next up we're going to die cut out that lovely thank you. So again, to do that, I have got the thank you die. So that comes in two parts. We've got the outer part, which we're going to cut out of white, and the inner part that we're going to cut out of some aquamarine. So let's taper down first, and then just trim that out, and we can keep that piece for another project. And we're going to take a little bit of aquamarine card. Not aquamarine, sorry, crystal white. What am I on about? So we're going to take that and we're going to pop our die in the middle of there. Again, tape that down in place. And we're going to run that through our die cutting machine. Now this time, I am going to add in my magnetic shim, because the thank you is quite a detailed little die. So I'm going to pop that into my sandwich and then run that through. So off we go. There we go. So just running that through your die cutting machine. And then we'll grab that at the other side. Okay. And then we're going to push these through. So we're going to pop thank you in the middle. And I'm going to push this out of the die now with a little poker tool. And you'll see, I mean, look at this. It is so delicate, so fine. It's absolutely gorgeous. There we go. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue onto the back of here. So I'm just using my art glitter, dries clear. Okay, then we're going to stick that thank you. There we go. Onto my base card, like so. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will take a little foam pad just to go on the back. I'll trim a little foam pad down. Like so, and then that's going to get stuck onto our base card again. Like so. So you can see how pretty that is then looking, and all of the colours are tying together really nicely. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a piece of card, and I'm just going to trim this down to 5 by 7 so it'll fit into my folder. So we're going to use the summer flower cut and emboss folder. So I've got a piece of crystal white pearl card. I'm placing that into the cut and emboss folder, and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. So I'm going to use my 2 clear plates to send this through. So. And then we'll grab these at the other side when they come out. I'm going to do a little bit of inking onto these. Okay. So those are perfectly die cut and embossed in one pass through your die cutting machine. That is why I love our cut and emboss folders. I would love to know, so please let me know in the comments below, would you like us to do some Christmas designs in these? Because I think these would be amazing for Christmas. So I've got some that I've already die cut. So you're going to need 3 large, 3 medium and 3 small. I think we've got 2 stuck together there. There we go. Right then, these stuck together. So they are. There we go. I think I've ended up with a paper one here as well. These must be what I've die cut out previously. There we go. Right then. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some distress inks. So I've got distress ink in shaded lilac, and I've got sponge sugar, and then I've also got a scattered straw distress oxide. So I'm going to start off with the sponge sugar. I'm going to take it on some cut and dry foam and just ink up the petals of the flower, and you can really go in and you can add as much ink or as little ink as you like. So the ink is really going to highlight the embossing and the flowers. That's that one. Okay, so just going to work around and ink this up. Like so. And you can of course go in and use a slightly darker pink as well, which I think is what I'm going to do actually. So just have a little look at what I've got in my drawer here. And they're all quick dry. Okay, I've got a quick drying pad here, so I'm going to mix that in with a little bit of my spun sugar distressing, just to darken the edges down a little bit. So I'm just using the cut and dry foam there, and I'm going to take the pink tulip. This is a quick dry ink pad, so it's not necessarily designed for inking, but it does actually work really nice with a little bit of cut and dry foam. So this is a Spectrum Noir. Okay, so you can see how that's just darkened these down a little bit. Okay, so then I'm also going to take a little bit of scattered straw distressing, and this one that I'm using is an oxide, and I'm going to just ink in the middle with a little bit of the yellow. Like so. Okay, and then we're going to just pinch down the middle of these petals to add a little bit of shape to the flowers. Okay, and then we're going to take a little bit of a Pinflair glue gel, which I've got here, and we're going to layer this up. So we're going to pop that one there, then one on the another one on the top, like so. Okay, and you can see how pretty that then looks. I'm going to pop that to one side to dry, and then we're going to do the same with the smaller flowers. So I'm going to use shaded lilac on here, and I might grab a little bit of Dusty Concord as well, I think, because that's quite a nice darker purple colour. So I'm going to start with my little smaller ones. I'm just going to ink over the top, like so. So this is shaded a lilac that I'm using to start with. And it's really just about getting a bit of colour on the paper, but again, it's showing you how you can kind of add colour to your images, and by just buying white paper and then using your ink pads to colour it. It's a really nice way to get some different colours in your craft stash. So that bit done. Okay, and then we're going to take our little scattered straw ink pad and ink in the middle. It's a little bit harder with the smaller ones. A little bit, a smaller piece of cut and dry foam would have been useful. So what we're going to do is just pinch down the centre again, like so. That's the first one. Pinch down the middle. That's the second one. And pinch down the middle of the third one. what we're then going to do is flatten these down a little bit, blob of glue on the back, and just layer them together again, just by twisting little petals. That's the next one. And then we're going to do the medium one. So the same technique again. I'm going to go in with the shaded lilac first, get a bit of colour all over. Okay, so we're just going to ink up these flowers like so, and you can see the paper ones, you get a little bit of a deeper emboss on those with it being a thinner material. Okay, so then I'm going to take my scattered straw again, a little bit of ink just in the middle. So I'm going to cut and dry down the fraction. So I've just got a smaller piece for doing the centre of the smaller flowers. A little bit in there. And there we go. Right then, let's get that ink moved out of the way. Give my fingers a little rub. I feel very inky. Okay. So what we're then going to do, again, pinch all of the petals of the flowers like so. 1, 2. Ideally you would give your ink a little bit of time to dry. I am kind of just diving straight in here. So I'm going to just layer these up like so. Okay, so you can see how pretty that is then looking. Right, so what we're going to do next is we are going to take, I think I've got these pre-die cut actually, so I'll just grab them out of my little box to show you. So what I've done is taken, can you see in the die set, in the middle, you get these lovely flowers. So I've taken this like squiggly one, that's the best way I can describe it. And I'm going to take a little jewel from our Bling box. I'm going to use a purple coloured one, so I'm going to use the, this is the Spring Collection Bling box. And we're going to just pop a little blob of glue. This is my blocked glue. Let me just grab another bottle. Little blob of glue just in the middle of each of the die cut flowers. Go, and then we're going to just pinch these petals up a little bit like so, just to give them a little bit of shape. Grab off, and this is when your flowers start to transform. Okay, so blob of pin flare glue in the middle, each of them. So that was my brand new poker tool as well. I won't be trying to do that all the time. There we go. So then what we're going to do is just pop these little centres into the middle of the flowers. Okay, and how cool does that then look? And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of PVA glue and just add some little dots just to the middle of the petals like so. Same on these ones. Okay, and then I'm going to take my glitter. So the one that I'm using is Diamante Sparkle, and we're just going to sprinkle that over the top. It'll cling to where the ink's still a little bit wet. But once that's dry, you can just dust it off with a big makeup brush. And there we go. So those are your little flowers all blinged up. So what we're then going to do is take a little bit of glue gel, big blob in the bottom, in the top corner, and 2 blobs in the bottom. I'm going to start and assemble our card now. So I'm going to put the pink one at the top and the 2 purpley ones at the bottom. Like so. And it looks nice, but it looks a little bit plain. So what I've then done is taken some of our foliage stamps. So this is from the Dazzling foliage, I do believe. And I've stamped and embossed them onto heat resistant acetate and then glittered them up. So I've got some of these little leafy sprigs. So I've got 4 of these that I'm going to add onto the card. And you can just pop a blob of glue gel on the back. And then just build your card up with the foliage. At the top. Like so. And then what I've also got is some of our lovely foliage. Again, I'm sure this is Dazzling foliage. The products are all linked in the description below, so please do have a little look in there. And I've just stamped and embossed this onto some white card with silver embossing powder. But then what's really cool with this one is you put all the little gaps so that you can like add your little berries on. So using the little jewels, from your bling box, you can go just add your little sparkles. Into here like so. My tweezers have got something a little bit sticky stuck on them, hence why they're just picking the jewels up. These aren't magical or anything like that. I think they're just a bit caked in glue. So I'm going to just pop these little they're almost acting like little buds of berries, aren't they, onto the spray. So get a few more little jewels out. Okay, so then we're going to layer this up. So we're going to take a little bit of pin flare glue, a little bit on the back. We're just going to start to tuck these in on the card as well. And these just add an extra little pop of colour onto your project. Again, these are really nice if you want to do like a little, where you maybe just feeling like you've lost your motivation a little bit, lost your mojo. You can just do a little batch of these and then have them ready to stick on your projects and stuff, which is really lovely to do. And that there would be your completed card. So I really hope that you have enjoyed creating this project with me. Again, all of the materials that I've used are linked in the description below. We would absolutely love to see some of your creations made with our products, so please do share them in the Chloe's Creative Cards Facebook group, and I hope to see you all again very soon. If you haven't done so already, hop over and give our Facebook page a like, and of course give us a follow on YouTube as well, because we are always posting inspirational content. See you soon, bye!